The feminine wound that keeps most women in struggle mode in relationships is that they can fix the man that they have targeted. And I say targeted because, I mean, obviously, like, they're not doing this maliciously. It's coming from a place in their heart, but it's coming from a place of wounding where they're seeing this person as a project, which is so disempowering to the masculine, by the way. They don't want to feel like they're a project. They want to feel in their masculine. They need you as you and your divine feminine. They need you to trust them, that they're going to move through their shit on their own. And trust me, when they want help, when they want your advice, when they want your opinion, they're going to ask. But a lot of women are just almost acting as if they're the mother to their man, which changes the whole fucking dynamic. Think about your relationship to your parent. Hey, maybe it was healthy, maybe it was not. But regardless of what the relationship was, do you want your man to look at you like a mom? Or do you want him to look at you as his queen, his equal? But you cannot be his equal if you think that you're better than him or that you're further along on your pathway than him. Because that's emasculating to him. Whether you say that in those exact words or you're saying that energetically, men are intuitive too. They have their own intuition. They're very smart creatures. Now, am I telling you to stay with the man who's wounded? And I mean, we're all wounded, but you know what I'm talking about. Like the man who's deeply wounded and is not looking at his shit and telling you to encourage him and, no, I'm not telling you to do that. Because there's just some people in this lifetime who may not ever actually heal the wounds that they came here to heal. And that's your sign to, walk away from that shit. I know I've had to do that on multiple occasions. Right? But when you find your person who you're going to work through things with, who you want to be with for the rest of your life, for long term, whatever it is, you trying to fix them, especially when they're not asking to be fixed, they feel that mistrust. And that's one thing with men. Okay, one thing with men is that they want to feel like they're in their leadership because they, like, naturally, a man should be in his leadership. They want to feel like a safe place. They want to feel like that you can trust them, that you can lean on them. But if you're constantly overgiving in the relationship from a space of, they've gone through so much and like they need my support, and yes, while that's all true, like men do need our support. Like I'm not saying you have to like cut off all emotional support from men. Like that's not what I want you to walk away with. But what I actually want you to do is, if you're in a relationship or you start dating someone, I want you to ask that man how he wants to be supported. And that's going to be different in every situation. I've supported a lot of men, friends, clients, and there's so many commonalities, but also every man is also different based on his experiences as well too. A lot of men open up to me in very vulnerable ways that are very unexpected for me. Well, now it doesn't surprise me anymore. But men feel this deep safety within me because I'm so anchored into my divine feminine. And I don't make them feel like they're inferior for these experiences that they've gone through. Experiences from their childhood that have, quote unquote, damaged the way that they feel about themselves. No, you have to learn how to listen to men in a way that feels like they're being heard. So don't interrupt them, let them speak. Ask them, what do you need right now? How can I support you? Do you want me to just listen? Or did you want feedback? If your man is going through a hard time, ask him what he needs. And a lot of times, men they're different from us, okay? So a lot of men need their alone time, especially when they're going through these deep inner challenges that they face around being a provider, okay? Around reaching their goals. Like, men are very goal oriented. So instead of guessing what your man wants, like, also men they just they don't like the fluff. Like, it's very like direct, straight to the point. So it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good if you just ask them. Get comfortable doing that instead of trying to guess. Stop being afraid to ask them fucking questions. Men love. And I'm talking about high quality men, by the way, okay? I'm not talking about these little boys. But men love to be challenged intellectually in the right ways, right? So take all of this, like, again, like, the wound that comes up for a lot of women, and this has happened to me before too, is it's like we gotta stop mothering. Stop it. They don't like that. And if they do like that, then that is something that they have to work on, because if he's expecting you to mother him, there's a deeper mother wound for him that he needs to work through. A lot of the times that leads back to, like, if he's expecting you to mother him and just like do every fucking thing for him, like, that man needs to work on his mother wound, because that says a lot about his relationship with the feminine, around how he views the feminine. And a lot of it does come back to like caretaking from an early age, of like, possibly not meeting his mother's expectations, or having to take on a caretaker role from a really young age, right? And I'm not saying you have to like leave this man if he's in that. Like, if this man is open to working on that wound, because again, we all have it. Like, as women, a lot of us have father wounds, right? So I think like we have to be really discerning of who's worth staying for and working things on, and we have to be aware of our own wounds and work on them individually and as a couple, right? But girl, you have so much power just being a woman in this. And once you anchor into your divine feminine power, there's something that really fucking activates within a high quality man who's ready to be received by you, and vice versa. There's just so much magic that can happen. I truly believe that when you're in the right relationship with someone, because your relationships are, like, they're like the ultimate mirror back to you around your wounding, right? And when you're with the right person, you're going to experience deep healing. That might mean that you guys might be like navigating some deep things together. But it's going to come from a place of like, not you against him, but both of you versus the problem. That's the stance it should always be, is both of you against the problem, whether that's the wounding, even if it's an individual thing, right? Like, supporting each other in that. Now, I want to be clear. Support each other, but do not become each other's therapist. That's another thing. Don't become his therapist. Don't do that. Don't become his mother. Don't become his therapist. Don't become his sister. You just be the wife that you are. And what does a wife do? She stands in her divine feminine. She's anchored in her confidence. She knows how to have hard conversations from a heart-centered place. She's emotionally mature. She can love deeply and also call someone forward. She's not afraid to speak her truth. She's not afraid to set a boundary. She's deeply devoted and committed to him, and vice versa. That's how it should be. Right? Like, you doing all that stuff when you're with a high quality man, it's just like your relationship is gonna fucking change. Now, I've helped. I used to do couples therapy. I don't do it anymore. There's exceptions that I make for certain people, but I've helped a lot of people just like really move through their challenges in their relationship, and they come out and they're just like happier than ever because they have this space to just be honest. Because I think that's like a really big thing, is just being transparent with each other and being able to hold that transparency with each other and receive the information from each other, even if it's hard, you know. But with a power couple, like, they just figure it out. They work through that shit, right? And I've also helped people uncouple. So it's like they've been in this relationship and they've both just come to these beautiful, deep conclusions that it's just not in alignment anymore, and they've gone their separate ways and built better lives for themselves, right? But the main thing about this is that they've addressed their wounding. So I want to invite you into my one-on-one mentorship. It's a deep dive, it's long-term, because this stuff doesn't heal overnight. And I mean, I just love going deep with people. I love hearing their history. And it's not just about talk therapy. Like, that's honestly, it's a big part of my work, but we're going to dive in from a mindset level, from an energetic level. If y'all don't know me, y'all know I'm all about energetics. All about energetics. That's actually what's shifted my life completely. And I want to bring that to you. I want to bring that into your body, into your nervous system. You know, I'm trained in somatics as well too. So there's just so many avenues that we are going to work with on a holistic base to really address these wounds that are showing up and causing challenges in the relationship. So come into my one-on-ones. I also have a VIP day, so we spend the whole day together and we really just dive deep and collapse timelines together around certain wounding that you're having, and we're gonna fucking change your life. We're gonna change your life in these sessions, okay? I love you. I know that this can be really challenging work, but it's worth it. It's worth it for you in your relationship. It's worth it for you in your future relationship, whether you're single, married, whatever it is, situationship. Like, all of this work is worth it because it's going to bring you deeper inner peace within yourself, and you're going to find alignment with the right person that you're supposed to be with. A lot of people are in relationships. They think that they're in deep fulfillment and deep alignment, but deep down they know that they're staying for the wrong reasons. That's not going to be you. Sorry, like, I'm just deciding for you that that's just not going to be you. Okay? So, get into my one-on-one, send me a DM on Instagram, and we'll go from there. I love you.